trying to go and buy the public housing. Yeah, cut that stone.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA.
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum, you know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Running is Jacobs. Able to avoid him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the #1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams they're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Wow, that is incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Hardman on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And here comes Abdullah on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, 40 yards. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyree Wilson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
At the 16-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw is Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards.
Mahomes now on first down. Pass incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And again, it's Mahomes. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coach. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team,
is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead. Put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Pacheco trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Pacheco once more, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's third down and goal to go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Garoppolo now. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Back back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 135 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chiefs 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
On gain of 6. That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Mahomes throwing on second down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
173 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. A beautiful fake to the 27-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, Jacobs.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Garoppolo looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Oh, some strong running. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. One final try for Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.